I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So before I get started talking about today's build, I just quickly want to remind you guys that I am currently doing a giveaway for 3 packs for The Sims 4. So there'll be 3 winners total, and each winner gets to choose their own pack. It's super easy to join. All you gotta do is scroll down to the comments section and click on the link in the pinned comment to download Disney Pop Town. Totally for free, by the way. Then play for a little bit to hit level 50. Don't worry, it doesn't take that long. Then take a screenshot and send it to me either on Twitter in a DM or on Instagram also in a DM. And if you don't follow me on my socials, you can find those linked in the description box, by the way. So also as a disclaimer, the link works as a creator code, so all money that you spend in-game will actually help support me and the channel. So yeah, that's all you gotta do. It should be super easy. I wish you all the best of luck, and now let's talk a little bit about the build that we are working on today. So I know that there's probably a bunch of you who are hoping that I would do some kind of build with the new kit that came out Tuesday, but I actually said in my overview video that I wasn't really, even though I love the items, I'm not really that interested in building something with it because it's just not, it's not a style that I'm comfortable with, but it's also not a style that I am interested in building, or building in. You guys get what I mean? So even though I love the items, I think they're so beautiful. I don't know, if you haven't seen them already, go check out the overview, by the way. Like, they were so detailed. I'm honestly really impressed, like what? But it's just not a style that I'm particularly like interested in building, to be honest. I don't know why, it just doesn't interest me that much. So maybe it's because there's too many patterns and colors. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so we're not doing that. I will, however, at some point use some of the items for like more random builds, so they won't be... See, I know what kind of builds they fit in, but I don't remember how to pronounce the word, so I'm just not gonna say it. But there's a specific kind of build that, or house, that these items would fit perfectly in. Like, I know the style that they went for. The style that they were inspired by, but it's just not that kind of build that I feel like I want to build. So I've never considered building one before, and even though we have the items now, it's just, I don't know. So we're probably not gonna end up building a house exactly like that. I think it's pronounced Raya, but I don't really know. Please, if you know, let me know because it's killing me. But anyway, I mean, it's undeathing or unliving me. Sorry, YouTube. But yeah, we'll probably figure out some other way to use the items at some point. This was also built last weekend, actually, so I just haven't released it yet because I'm currently working ahead, so I want to take next week kind of off Sims a little bit so I can focus on my other 2 channels. I've been working very hard towards that, so I've been really like spending a lot of hours behind my computer building, basically. Yeah, it's gonna be cool to like try to focus a little bit on the other channels next week, I think. However, there'll be videos up for you guys, so don't worry. Also, this week we're not doing a theme week. I did say that in a video last week, I think, or possibly in Saturday and Sunday's videos. But just in case you didn't watch them, we're not doing a theme week this week. However, next week will sort of be one. So we're going back to that again next week, and I hope you guys are excited. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it'll hopefully be something that you guys like. So yeah, don't expect to see any courtyard oasis items in this build. It was built before the items were released, and also I don't think they would fit into this house at all whatsoever. It's quite modern and like plain compared to those items. Not a lot of color in this one at all, not a lot of patterns or anything like that. So it's a style that I am quite comfortable with myself, and I really like in real life as well. And I will say that it does have a little bit of an eco feel to it. So I also decided to build this in Evergreen Harbor, actually. So now I've built 2 of these sort of like not A-framed kind of houses, but I don't know how else to explain the shape of the house. I forgot if there's a term for it, but they're kind of like, the roof is just like a straight A shape. There's nothing special to it whatsoever. I built 2 of these kinds of like boxy houses here in Evergreen Harbor so far, and they're both in the same neighborhood. So if you are working on a save file and you're missing some houses for this neighborhood, I now have 2 that could fit in here. Also, I feel like they really blend in well with the rest of the neighborhood if you have them upgraded the same way that I do. I never remember what are they called? NAPs, neighborhood action plans. I never remember which ones I have activated. I think one of them is called modern development, but that's about it. That's all I remember. So I don't know. If you have the upgraded houses, I feel like these 2 houses that I've done, this one and the other one, which I think I did like 1.5 to 2 months ago, I think they would fit in perfectly in this neighborhood. So if you're interested, I got you covered. It's actually funny because they remind me of Scandinavian houses, but I think the ones that I took inspiration from are actually Polish or something, I think. I'm not really fully sure, but because I don't understand the language of, or the language that it's in, but it reminds me of Polish, so I'm assuming that it's Polish. I don't know. I don't recognize every single language on the planet, unfortunately. Even though I'm European and I probably should know, but I just don't. I'm sure not every European out there would be able to recognize Danish either. I think, hopefully not. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, but I think they're from some kind of Polish company situation. And I think they're also supposed to be eco houses, or at least like, not, how do you say that, sustainable or eco-inspired? I don't remember. There's a term for that too. English is not going that well today. Like specific words like that, I can talk, that's fine, but specific terms like that, I just don't know today. It's been one of those days. So anyway, I hope you guys are okay with that though. You usually are, so like I never get a comment that's like mean about it, so we're just gonna go with it. So I will say before we get to it actually, because I was just reminded, but I did make a small mistake in this house because I was supposed to put the parents' bedroom at the back. However, the house actually turned out quite small. So the floor plan on the upstairs, I had to change it a little bit so that the parents' bedroom was at the front. But that means that, because I was supposed to put down like a glass door to the upstairs terrace, but it would have to go through either the toddler's bedroom or the children's bedroom. I think those are the ones we're building for today. So 2 parents, 1 kid, 1 toddler, I think. I don't recall exactly, but I think so. Actually, I just checked the floor plan and it's 2 kids. So it's twins or just 2 kids that are very close in age. But yeah, I would have to place the glass door through one of their bedrooms, and I felt like that was really odd. So instead, what I did was I placed a staircase on the bottom terrace to the upstairs terrace. So you don't have to go through the whole house to get to the upstairs terrace anyways. And I feel like that actually works out for the better anyways, because otherwise the parents would just have this like huge terrace to themselves, and the rest of the like guests and stuff would have to go through the parents' bedroom, the master bedroom, to get to the terrace. And I feel like that would have been a little bit odd anyway. So yeah, there's this staircase, but you know, it's whatever. I feel like it worked out for the better anyway. But it was a little flaw that I made that I just felt like I had to say before I forgot about it. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, there's like a little bump on the right side of the build, and I'd initially planned to put the staircase right there, which is one of the reasons it took me so long to do the floor plan, because I was desperately trying to make that work. However, I just couldn't. So there's now a bathroom with, I'm sure someone else could, by the way, it's just me, but there's now a bathroom that has like very, very tall walls now, but it looks kind of cool still, and they can like lie in the bathtub without like being afraid of anybody looking in or anything, because who's gonna look through the windows at that height? Like, I don't know. This is not, Evergreen Harbor is not a city with a lot, or a world with a lot of like tall buildings and such. I almost said there are no apartment buildings. They're just not that tall. So we're good, you know, they're covered. So in total, I think they have 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, so it's for a total of 5 Sims actually. I somehow managed to cram 5 Sims into this surprisingly small build, because I promise you, it's a lot smaller than it looks like from the outside. It's not a tiny house, it's not a small house either. If you have, what's it called, tiny living, and you use the tile counter, it's definitely not a small house, but considering that it looks so big from the outside, I was really surprised when I started doing the floor plan. So it's surprisingly small. Also, the little bit on, like the little square on the left side was actually supposed to, I think you saw that at the start, I was trying to turn it into a garage, which would have been fine, totally fine. I've done garages before, but then it turned out that they wouldn't have had a proper, what's it called, living room if it had stayed a garage. So that's why I changed it up, but that's why the car is parked outside as well, which I actually like. I know they're not functional, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I really like using cars as like decor in The Sims, even though they're not functional. I think it's okay still. But then again, like, I don't play the game either, so to me it really does not make that big of a difference. I get why some people want functional cars, but I just, honestly, I'm fine if they just stay as decor. But maybe that's selfish, I don't know. Also, by the way, they are world objects for those of you who are probably or possibly gonna ask. I always get a few questions whenever I use both cars, but also I have this like, in some builds I use a rock path kind of. They're also world objects, so you find them through the debug catalog if you use the cheats that I always list in the description, by the way, always. So yeah, just world objects, not special in any way. I think everyone who has base game has both the cars and also the rock paths. It's just like an issue of finding out where they are in the catalog, because there's quite a lot. But also, I know that some people have been very generous with their time and have actually uploaded them to the gallery. I never go to the gallery to get debug items, so I can't give you the exact creators, but I know that there are some uploads out there with all the cars in them and stuff. So you just download them and then size them up, and you got yourself a much better overview of the different cars that are available. Just in case you didn't know. I don't know, some of you might not actually know about that, but some people have been very, like I said, generous with their time and have gone through the debug catalog to get a lot of different items. I think some people also do it with the plants as well, the landscaping plants and the hanging planters too. So again, I just kind of know where they are in the catalog by now, so I never use it. I never use the downloadable catalogs, if you will. But they are there for those of you who did not know about it. Also, in case you've not been on Twitter as of the last, or once over the past like week or so, The Sims actually announced that they are releasing a game pack sometime soon, I think. So over the summer, they are releasing both the kit, which came out Tuesday, although you can argue that it's not technically summer yet, but that's fine, we're just gonna ignore that. But they're also releasing a game pack, and surprise, surprise, even though like we already knew, but there is also an expansion pack coming at some point. I think it's probably gonna be announced or released around EA Play Live, which is basically EA Play, but it's online, because, you know, there's a situation going on in the world, so they've not confirmed that that's where they're announcing it or anything. It's just, I feel like July is pretty late for an expansion pack release. They usually release them in June. I think Eco Lifestyle was actually at the end of May, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was. So I'm a little bit surprised that it's not coming out until July, but maybe they're behind schedule or something because they're all working from home still. I'm not aware of it. I don't know. I don't get insider information whatsoever. But I don't know when the game pack is coming out, and I hope it's sometime soon, but I literally don't know. I just know that they said that there was going to be a game pack, and it's about time, because I thought it was coming out in March, and it wasn't. It did not see a sniff of a game pack in March. So I'm super excited for it. They said that on the poster. It said that it was going to be including some kind of creative career or something, and I'd love to know if you guys have any theories now that you have seen that post, or now that I've told you about it. What do you think it is? A creative career? Like, I honestly don't know, because the only thing that I thought about was something to do with a garage band, and I think I've mentioned this before in other videos. Also, by the way, I was having huge issues with the staircase just there. I wanted to turn it around, but it wouldn't let me it wouldn't work when I placed it down in the build. Don't know at all what was going on with that. I tried to turn it around, but it didn't work. So if you're annoyed with the staircase, I'm just gonna get this out while I remember, because it was one of the things that I wanted to mention to you guys, but I forgot to say it. But in case the staircase in the kitchen is annoying you because it's actually the opposite way of what it's supposed to be, it's because the game wouldn't let me. So I tried, it didn't work, so now we just have to deal with it. You know, it's fine, whatever. So anyway, back to the subject. So I thought it was going to be a garage band or something like that, but we already have a musician career, so now I don't think it's gonna be about that. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a garage band anymore, but I have no ideas what other things it could be. One of my friends said, in case you don't know, hey Harry, Sam, she does CZ. She's amazing. Go support her if you like CZ. She's amazing. Okay, that's all I gotta say. She's a lovely person. I like her quite a lot, and I want to go travel with her as well. Anyway, but she mentioned that it could possibly be architect, possibly, but I don't really know. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments, because I want to speculate a lot with you guys, and it would be awesome to like hear you guys out a little bit and stuff. So yeah. Also, Sam is also the one who made the dining table in the kitchen, and also, well, in the eating area, dining area, and also the dining chairs outside, actually. So see, I'm proud of my friend. Definitely go support her. I'll make sure to link to her Patreon in the description box, by the way, just in case. So we have this like common, just to go off track, not about the build anymore, but we have this like common travel goal. We both want to go to Japan, so we're kind of talking about that a little bit now. I hope it turns out like we could actually go at some point. I'm also currently, and I've probably mentioned this before, but I'm currently planning a long trip to Japan and South Korea for me and my mom. She's getting retired next year, so she's gonna have a lot of time on her hands, and I feel like it would be like cool to celebrate that by going on a long vacation and just exploring and experiencing a lot of things. And there's a lot of beautiful nature there. I'm a city person, but she's definitely a nature person, so it's gonna be a little bit of both, and I think that's a good, like, we're gonna find a good balance. Also, I love to plan travels. I just can't go right now. But also the trip is gonna cost so much money, so we're not gonna be able to go for a long time. But hence why the goal is to go sometime next year. But yeah, I'm looking into that quite a lot these days. If you actually, like, if you've gone and you have any awesome suggestions for places to eat or places that are must-sees in your opinion, let me know, because I've been doing so much research, but there's so much to see. So if you have any places that you've been really impressed by, let me know. Whether it's in Japan, wherever in Japan, let me know. And also in South Korea, because we're doing both in one go, and it's gonna be very exciting. So I was gonna talk about it over on the lifestyle channel, because I've been spending a lot of hours, like all my free time basically goes to that currently. I don't know, I find it very therapeutic to just sit down and plan the trip. It just makes me, like, I know I have something to look forward to at some point, because I feel like I'm quite stuck right now, which I'm sure that a lot of you guys can relate to. But yeah, I can't talk about it over there because my mom watches my videos on the lifestyle channel, and she's not supposed to know the plans. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to get it out of my system by talking to you guys about it. So, because she doesn't watch my Sims videos. So yeah, that's a thing now. But I'll probably give you guys updates on the plans and such over the next many months, because that's literally how far away that trip is. So yeah, you can probably get a feel of what kind of color scheme we're going for throughout this build, and also the vibe of the place. I feel like it's very modern and just very clean, and I definitely was trying to go for the eco vibe as well with some of the items from Eco Living. Is that really what the pack is called? I don't know anymore. Anyway, you guys know what pack I'm talking about. Isn't it called Eco Living? It sounds so, I don't know, it sounds so weird when I say it now. Also, that pack is almost a year old. Like, it's almost been a year. Didn't it come out in 2020? Yeah, it did, because I lived in Denmark. So it's almost been a year. Like, where did time? What? It's been a crazy past 365 days. Let's just put it like that. Let's not get into it. But you guys know what I'm talking about anyway. So we are working on the bedrooms upstairs, and the first one is the parents' bedroom. So it's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot going on in here, like, I'm not gonna lie. I just felt like they needed the essentials because, you know, they probably have a lot to tend to living in Evergreen Harbor, taking care of the environment, and talking to neighbors, and I don't know what else they do. Well, they have to talk to neighbors because of the neighborhood action plans, at least if they want to partake in that. But one of the things I remember this because you need to convince neighbors to vote for the same thing as you or something, so they'd probably be busy doing that. They also have a little bit of like gardening to do outside, and there's one of those bug keeping houses, not the beekeeping houses, but the other one. They have one of those outside too. So lots of things to attend to. I didn't want to give them too much to do there, so they just have like a dresser and a walk-in closet and a bed, and that's pretty much it. They don't even have access to the outside, the terrace outside. It's just for show. The one at the front, the one at the back, completely fine. They can they can go hang out on that, but not the one at the front. It's just for show. So, and now we're working on the children's bedroom, which is pretty small, so this is quite quickly done. And so is the toddler's bedroom too. I'm still not over that toddler bed. It is so cute with the canopy. I think that's what it's called, canopy. It's just so cute. We really need more toddler beds like that. I feel like, honestly, this bed is like 4 or 5 levels above the other ones that we have to choose from, which is such a shame because when you only have one bed to choose, like one good bed, then you don't have a lot of different color swatches or styles to choose from. We really need higher quality toddler beds, basically. So, but that one is by far my favorite. I feel like they might have some issues once the toddler turns into a kid, and the teens will still have to, my point is, it's definitely going to be a temporary home unless you want to redecorate a little bit, because where are the kids gonna live? Like, where are they gonna sleep once they turn into teens? Are they still gonna share a bedroom? To be honest, they could probably do that. Let's hope these twins, I'm gonna call them twins, let's hope they're very close and they're good with that, because like, there's no room in the rest of the house, to be honest. It's actually something that I often think about when I do builds with tiny human bedrooms, because the tiny humans don't stay tiny for very long. They grow up very quick. But usually my houses are too small to like be able to facilitate another bedroom, basically. I hope that's the right way to say that. So, I don't know. It's something that I think about, but that's also why I think a lot of the houses that I build, the smaller ones at least, the 30 by 20 and under, I feel like they end up being temporary homes, but I'm also okay with that. And if you guys know how to redecorate so it fits with your households, go ahead. I've said that in like the last, I don't even know, 20 voiceovers. You can always redecorate my houses if you want to. I have no idea what just happened with the flooring right here, but it was 1 second to the next, it was gone. It was so weird. Whatever. We fixed it. It's all good. So this is where I placed down the staircase so that they can actually get access to the upstairs terrace. Otherwise, that would have just been a waste of space. A lot of tiles just gone to nothing. And who wouldn't want to lie up there on a day bed or a lounge chair, not a sun chair. What is a sun chair? Whatever. I'm going to use that term from now on. I adopted it. It's good. Who wouldn't want to lie on a sun chair up here on the terrace with a book and a cold drink and just relax? Like, that would be good. Just put on sun lotion first. We are still a health channel, by the way, so just a daily reminder to put on sun lotion when you go outside to take care of your skin. I'm just saying, just in case you didn't know where that was from. It's from like there was the video, I don't remember when, but I started talking about sun lotion, so it's important to remember sun lotion though. Take it from a redhead. Sun lotion is very important. You don't want premature wrinkles. Stay hydrated. Put on sun lotion when you go outside, you'll be good. That's my daily advice to you guys. I hope you appreciate it. Anyway, for this backyard, side yard, I really did not know what to do. We actually ended up closing off that little corner in like the little corner that I was struggling with big time. And I just placed down a tree instead, but I moved what would you call that? Garden area to the middle of the side yard, and they keep the little fire pit situation as well. So there's not like a whole lot here, but again, like the parents still have the planter pots and also the bug house to take care of, so they'll be good. There's just not a whole lot to do for the kids and the toddler, but I'm sure they will be just fine. So anyway, that's about all I got for you guys today. This voiceover might be a little bit weird, but I hope that's okay with you guys, as per usual. Remember to download Disney Pop Town for free and get to level 50. Take a screenshot and send it to me in a DM on either Twitter or Instagram if you want to enter my giveaway. And yeah, I think that's about it. So if you like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And the tray files, as always, will be on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box. If you like Roblox videos, check out my Roblox channel, and if you like lifestyle videos, check out my lifestyle channel. Both of those will also be linked to in the description box. And that is most definitely it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your hair